What up, what up, what up? What's going on, good people? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Coach Dre Blast coming at you with the map, the Mindset Accelerator. I just want to thank you first and foremost for joining us today. You could be anywhere else right now. I know many of you are at work, some are listening, while they're traveling. Some people are, dealing with their children. A lot of great things are happening right now, and you took the time to be here with us today. It's not a coincidence that you accepted the invitation to be on this particular meeting. It's not a coincidence that you are here. Everything has a purpose, and you have a purpose. So it's critically important that you tune in. We got some power-packed information today that we're going to share with you. And I'm just that excited to be here. I see we've got so many different people from all over the country coming in. We've got Texas and Philly and Florida and Georgia. My people here in Dallas, Connecticut, Virginia. It's just amazing to see that a lot of like-minded people can come together because you know that there is a purpose that you have, and if you're living your purpose, that's incredible. But if you're looking to maximize your purpose, to really fulfill your purpose and take your purpose to the next level that's really going to be impactful for others, man, you have turned into the right place. So again, thank you for being here. I'm going to say that several times. I have my coaching circle with me here as well, and I'm going to be inducing them shortly, but we're going to go ahead and jump right into it. We've given time for all the people that are on time, and thank you for that. And for you latecomers, it's okay. It's okay. This is being recorded, so we're going to talk about you later. But so I want to go ahead and hop into the Map Accelerator and tell you what it is that we do, and how we're going to take you and your business off to that next level. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and share this real quick. All right, so again, my name is Coach Dre Blast, Gaming Chef, and in this video today, you're going to get an opportunity to discover how to accelerate your mindset, scale your business, and conquer, shatter, destroy your goals in 90 days. So we're going to stop wasting time. We're going to have better relationships and better opportunities for you and what you need to do in your life and your business, because I'm one of those people that understand, they say work-life balance, right? It's not a work-life balance. Work and life is intertwined. And if you're able to balance you, then you can have both of those in balance as well. And we're going to talk about that and dive deep into that a little bit more today. All right? So who is this for? It's for you. Now, I'm going to read these questions to you, and if this is you, you can put in the chat, yes, that's me. You can raise your hand. We're going to be interactive, because towards the end of this call, we're going to have a coaching session where you'll be able to ask myself and my fellow coaches questions on the spot and get on the spot coaching. I hope everybody enjoys that. All right. So who is this for? How many of you want to take your life to the next level but have no idea where to start? How many of you want to have an amazing relationship with yourself, your family, and your money? Right? How many of you want to achieve a specific goal in the next 90 days, but you don't understand the how? And lastly, how many of you also want to unlock your purpose? See, I've learned a long time ago that there's people that are out there that do things because they're great at it, but it's not necessarily fulfilling their purpose. A lot of times it's just they do it because they're incredibly good at it, and it is the resources they need to take care of their family and themselves. But that doesn't mean that that's your purpose. I've been a chef and in the hospitality industry for over 27 years. I just realized my purpose about 6 years ago, that it was my voice, right? And then I took the power of my mindset and invoked it into my industry. And now I've had an opportunity to expand past just hospitality to be able to talk to all business professionals, because what we teach is accelerating your mind to live a life of freedom, all right? And I told you I was going to thank you a lot. Anybody on this call that has had a one-on-one with me, or anybody that knows me, knows that I'm a ball of energy, and I'm very grateful for your time. So thank you. I'm going to do everything in my power today to make it worth your time. All right. My goal with this webinar is to help you learn the framework of yourself, to help framework that you can implement right now, something that you can do. So I express my gratitude for sharing your most valuable commodity, which is time, to watch this training. I'll do everything in my power with this video training to help you accelerate your mindset and change your life and the people around you. All right? That's my goal. So I know you're probably wondering, for my new people, who is this guy? Why did he send me this invitation to this free video, right? So again, Chef Andre Blast game coach Dre Blast. I got 27 years of experience as a chef, certified coach, speaker, and entrepreneur. I've done consulting for large companies, small businesses, BIPOC businesses, all of those different businesses, and had an opportunity to really grow. I'm founder and CEO of Heavenly Catering International. We are a catering, consulting, and coaching firm, not only in the food space, but for anybody that wants to accelerate their mindset to that next level to achieve the goal that you want. I'm also the founder and CEO of B Game Coaching and Consulting. That's also, my brand arm for my coaching and consulting firm for the people that are outside of the food service area. And I've been fortunate to help over 400 plus people accelerate their mindset in the last 6 years. So even though you think that you are where you need, I always say all great people need a coach. I have a coach. My coach is where I want to be, and he is taking me to additional levels with his training because he is where I want to go. So even though you may be at the pinnacle of what it is that you do, you may be the best at what you do, trust me, you can always go further. You can always be better, right? It's important that you do that. It was a story that I heard the other day about Denzel Washington, that Denzel Washington has a coach to act. Now, when you think of Denzel Washington, he's the best actor, in our common era. He's a millionaire, a few times over, a multi-millionaire, but even he has a coach to ensure his success. And I want you to keep that in mind as we go through this training. So the next coach is my good friend, Kelly Riley. Now, she is a speaker, author, entrepreneur, and a certified mindset coach. That's why she is a part of this team and the other teams of coaches is out there. Background with a Bachelor of Science from the University of South Florida. Co-founder of Because of Him, For Him. It's an incredible organization. She has an incredible book out as well. Make sure you go look it up on Amazon, and she's going to talk more about that. Author of Be Fruitful, and she's helped hundreds accelerate their mindset and achieve fulfillment. She is just incredible. She is going to be the voice that you are going to unlock. Next coach, King. Man of Life certified coach, speaker, entrepreneur, poet, and musician. You talk about a brother that is extremely talented, extremely knowledgeable, and is going to give you the power that you need to be successful. He's the founder and CEO of I Am Power, persistently overcoming with effective resilience. Just think about how strong that is. Just to strengthen that name, give you the power and empower you for your success. And King has helped hundreds accelerate their mindset by empowering their confidence, education, and being transparent. So get your notepads out. Take out your iPads. Take out your old school notebooks. Google Docs. Take notes, because the information we're going to share with you today is incredible. Now, what do my clients have to say? I know most people are like, they save that portion for the end, right? I'm going to knock this out in the beginning, so when we get to talking, we can just give you this information so you can enjoy your day and let us know, okay? So what do the clients have to say? One of my clients, Ryan Nadia, he says that just after a few sessions with Coach Andre, I felt like I was able to see things from a different perspective. Now, he's a successful businessman. He's helped people build six-figure businesses and take things to another level. And he said it was totally worth his time to work with Coach Andre, and we'll be working together for years to come, and we do. He's helped me take my business to the next level because of some of the training and niche that he is in. And I've been able to unlock his mindset to know that, 6 figures is just the beginning. Go for 7, go for 8, go for 10. And then on top of that, I've always learned that a great leader always has results, right? So it's now time to turn your staff, your team, into leaders as well and have them in the same 6, 7, 8 figures that you are. That's changed their mindset. Because I'm telling you, when it's about other people, you make more money. Next young lady, Tamara W. She is the founder of People Inspiring Change Through Kindness. She said, I've always considered discipline and consistency the most challenging when it comes to my success. Coach Andre's content and coaching have helped me to ultimately understand those same areas of where I hold the most power. Instead of seeing them as obstacles, I'm using them as tools to build the life I've always wanted. See, the subconscious is going to tell you some different things, but I'm going to get into that later. Let me move this along. Another one of my clients, Rosie out of New Jersey with SOAR Hospitality and Travel. I'd have to say I've appreciated Coach Andre's mentoring as it pertains to SOAR, from showing me how to scale our organization in a way that will place us in a position to excel even that much further, to encourage me to become more confident in my abilities and to go hard, reach deep, and leave no stone unturned. And these are people you can look up, you can Google, you'll be able to find all the information about them. I'm one of those people, you just Google my name. I am the only one in the United States with the spelling of my name and first and last name, and you'll be able to find everything. Like earlier, I didn't even mention, I've been interviewed by different news stations, and if anybody's seen my LinkedIn, I have it posted on my LinkedIn, so you can research and the credibility is there. And that's with all the coaches. We have a huge team. We're only scratching the surface with the teams that we have now. But we're going to continue. So let me tell you about MAP, the Mindset Accelerator Program. What you're going to discover with MAP is a few things. How to have healthy relationships with yourselves that are sustainable. Because a lot of times we don't take care of ourselves first. We always want to take care of others. And when we do that, we drain our own resources and we don't have the ability to effectively help people. I learned a long time ago, you help you first, it'll help you maximize helping others. How to have an amazing relationship with your family and all the people around you. Because regardless of how much money you make, building relationships is going to take you to that next level. Put that extra zero in there. Amazon didn't become, as wealthy as they are because they just knew how to sell. See, they knew how to build a relationship. And lastly, how to have a profitable relationship with your money. Oh, we spend emotionally. And we're going to talk about that a little bit deeper today. So your coaches today, like I told you, Kelly Riley, there's 3 things that come with the MAP program. And anybody that had the one-on-one with me knows what these are. The first one is your voice. Someone needs to hear your voice, your testimony, your test with the testimony, because they can invoke the change that they need for their success. Your power. See, you have it inside you. Don't let anybody tell you anything different. It doesn't matter. I know if I can see speakers on stage that have no extremities, right? I know y'all have seen that speaker. He has no extremities, but he's in the top 50 best speakers in the world, travels everywhere to talk about how he overcome, got married, and has children, but is missing his arms and legs. So what's your excuse for not being successful, right? It's defined by you. And then last, we're going to talk about your mind and unlocking that mindset. All right? So I'm going to go ahead and bring up your voice for today, Coach Kelly. She's going to spend a few minutes with you explaining how important your voice is.
Hello, everyone. Hello. I'm going to just cut my camera on so everyone can see me for the ones who are not watching at work or in the car. Hello, everyone. My name is Kelly Riley. Coach Dre, thank you so much for that warm, that warm welcome. So I'm just going to, if I may, go ahead and share my screen and just talk about exactly what Coach Dre was speaking about, which is your sound, how powerful your sound is and how powerful your voice is. So let me just cue this up here. All right. And someone in the chat, just let me know when you're able to see my screen. Can you guys see my screen? Could someone just verify that?
Yes, ma'am, we can see it.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, Coach Dre. So a little bit about me. My name is Kelly S. Riley. That is my government name, Kelly Riley. As Coach Dre so eloquently said before, that I am a USF graduate. Go Bulls. I live in sunny Tampa, Tampa Bay, so go Bucks as well. But I am a science major, science brain. I graduated with 2 degrees, one in biomedical science and biomedical physics. So again, I do have that science explanation and standpoint to back up everything that I'm going to share with you today. I am also a certified speaker and certified life coach. I have a certification through Thomas & Thomas Consulting, certified through the #1 motivational speaker in the world, which is Dr. Eric Thomas. And as Dre also said, I am a published author as well. I released my book last year talking about be fruitful, that it's really time for us to produce, that we all have gifts and talents, and we have to get to a point where we stop pretending who we are, right? We stop pretending that we're not good at things, and we're able to really get to the core of our gifts and talents and really be able to produce on whatever level, whether it's in our relationships, whether at work, or whatever opportunity presents itself. And then I also want to share with you guys a little bit about me, what's my why and what's my motivation. So my why and motivation at the end of the day is always going to be my husband and my son, Micah. We have been through so much together as a family. And on those days where I don't want to speak, on those days where I feel like I have no voice, they really encourage me and really give me that oomph, right, to get up in the morning, as I'm pretty sure others on here have that motivation from their family as well. And I usually talk about my story here about being the underdog, but I'm going to save that towards the end, because I really want to talk about the importance of your voice and your sound. So the power of sound. You don't have the right to remain silent anymore. I'm going to say that again. You don't have the right to remain silent. When we talk about the concept of sound, right, compared to any other element, sound can travel through water, sound can travel through air, and it can also travel through a brick wall. So I want you to think about how powerful sound is, and that it incites emotion, and it can travel through any medium. Also, from a scientific standpoint, that when we listen to, let's just say, motivational sounds, or even motivational people, or even uplifting music, science has shown that it's been a stress reliever. It helps with depression. It helps with even curbing anger or anxiety. So the basic principle of sound, first, we know that it's powerful, right? And then second, we know the results of it, that when it's utilized properly in the correct manner, that there's actually outcomes that are beneficial to everyone. Now I want to talk about the power of your sound. So I'm not going to go through this entire slide. I just wanted to show the scientific research, but I just want to make a point before I go into my quick story. But I wanted to talk about the concept of sound therapy, that your body reacts to certain sounds. Let me say that again. Your body reacts to not just certain sounds, but your body reacts to your voice. That is scientifically proven, that when we talked about, I don't know if we talked about it here, but basic affirmations, how important they are. When you are in a space where you can speak over yourself or speak over your day, that it's shown to boost your confidence. It's shown to increase of energy. It's shown to even improve basic relationships, to help you stay organized. And it even goes even deeper. It talks about how it helps with your blood pressure, hypertension, and even common ailments. So again, just talking about this power of sound, that everyone has a unique sound. And I know there may be
Come on, let's go.
Okay. I'm not sure where that's coming from, but I'm just going to, where's my thing here? Okay, I'll just keep playing from here until it's done. But um, I just want to talk about too, like the most influential people in the world. Let's just go here and then I'll go into my story. The most influential people in the world, they didn't have millions of dollars. They didn't have smartphones. They didn't have the technology, Facebook, Instagram. But the most influential people in the world, they changed the world with their sound. They changed the world with their voice. And, that's so profound because even though, like, I'm even looking at Dr. Martin Luther King, who has passed, who has gone on and, isn't on this earth anymore, but his sound still resounds. When we talk about people like Gandhi, his sound still resounds and he's still able to make an impact today. So let me just stop sharing here. Awesome. Let me just stop sharing there. So I really want to talk to you guys about this because I know I showed you my accolades, but I really consider myself to be an underdog. What does that mean? So I have dealt with depression. I've dealt with low self-esteem, have gone through the concept of just being overly concerned about what everyone else thinks, or being that person where I put everyone else before myself. And I got to a point where, after I had, been diagnosed with depression, after coming to a realization that a lot of these things were happening to me because I felt like I had no voice. After abuse, I talked about it before, being sexually abused at 6 years old. When you've gone through abuse, you feel like you have no voice. When you've gone through things just horrible in life, like I was severely bullied throughout middle school and high school. I've gone through things like losing a child, having a miscarriage. And I remember being at my lowest of low. And I felt like, again, I had no voice. But like Coach Dre said earlier, I had to realize that there was no one coming to save me. And I know that sounds really harsh, like a harsh reality, but it's true. Nobody was coming to save me, that I had to make the decision to get better. I had to make the decision to invest in things like this, right? I had to make the decision to get a coach. I love the fact that Coach Dre said he has a coach. Brother, I do too. I have a coach, and not just for my life. I have a financial coach. I have different coaches in different arenas to help me grow in my business and to help me grow in my relationships. So that's the thing. I had to be willing to do the work. So as we talk about this MAP program, I really want you guys to think about, okay, what is it going to take for me to get to the next level? I'm pretty sure Coach Dre is going to talk about self-awareness and being authentic to who you are. But when you take self-awareness and authenticity and you put sound behind that, you put a voice behind that, that's powerful. That is powerful. That's something that no one can take away from you. That's a sense of fulfillment. That's a sense of freedom that no one can take away from you. So when we talk about the voice, it's about getting down to the root of certain issues, right? Why you haven't used your voice, or maybe you haven't used it to the level that you want to. We're going to talk about all of that within this program, and I'll leave it at that.
Outstanding. Coach Kelly, that is impressive. Your voice. Do me a favor. Type in the chat something that you took out of that. I know for me, the thing that I always take away from when Kelly brings up your voice is two things. The fact that sound can go through anything and that you don't have the right to remain silent. Your voice is going to change not only you, but it's going to change the people around you. It's going to change the world around you. Coach Kelly, that was incredible. Thank you so much. And you guys, make sure you stick around to the end because we're going to have that live coaching session. So you'll be able to come off mute, raise your hand, and ask questions. And we're going to give you coaching advice on the spot. That's our special gift to you today. All right? Yeah, Coach Kelly talking about, people understood being an underdog. Words will forever have their power. I know they used to say sticks and stones won't break your bones, and words will never hurt you. Words are very powerful. The thought process of words alone are extremely powerful. That's why you have affirmations. If words didn't enhance you or hurt you, we wouldn't have to do affirmations, right? Your voice is important. What else do we have? The power and impact of sound, commonality, being bullied at some point and realizing that no one can save you except yourself. These are powerful things that you have to understand. A lot of times we don't unlock in the mind. These are powerful things. I'm going to say it again. Sometimes we don't unlock in our mind. We have these preconceived notions of ourselves in our subconscious from what we learned over the years, and we don't have the power to get out of it. And that's why this MAP program is designed the way it is. Your voice, being able to speak with confidence to hit your goal. And then you bring the power into it. And to talk more about bringing the power behind the words, the power in your subconscious, the power of your mind is Coach King. Coach King, you there, good man?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me clearly?
Man, I can hear you outstanding, sir. You go right ahead.
All right, let's get this thing started. You know, I'm a little different than everybody else. How did I overcome the mindset of failure? Switch screen. How did I overcome being homeless? I decided to believe who God said I was. Y'all guys hear that? Persistently overcoming with resilience. Now I am power. Now I live power. All right, hold on.
Yeah, Coach King, take a quick pause.
Yeah, I'm gonna take
See
a
if we can
pause
start
on.
this over. And
You can't hear it.
Nah, I can't hear it. So
Let me see this. Let me do this. Let me add you to my screen. Don't worry about it. I'm about to do it a different way.
outstanding. Let's go.
Let me do it this way.
Hey, trust me, we all know about technology these days. You got to be low tech, high tech, and mid tech. Sometimes you got to figure out what to do next. Sometimes you got to pick up the phone and have a good old fashioned conversation sometimes, right?
I'm about to do something totally different. I'm about to do this right here. I'm about to show it, and then we're going to come back off of it. I'm going to share my screen. Share my screen with you. I'm going to let y'all see the desktop. Let you see behind the scenes. And then we're going to come back to where we at. How about that? That's good. Sound good, everybody?
Man, that sounds
Do it like
outstanding.
that. Let's do it like this. Here we go. All right. Let's go.
I teach.
Now y'all can hear. Let's
How
go.
did I overcome the voids from childhood? How did I overcome the mindset of failure? How did I overcome being homeless? I decided to believe who God said I was. I decided to walk in His power. Persistently overcoming with effective resilience. Now I am power. Now I live power. Most importantly, I teach power. I am Life Coach King. I believe the same power that's within me is also in you. I believe that you can persistently overcome with effective resilience whatever you face in any obstacle. I believe in you. It's time for you to believe in yourself.
Yeah, there we go. All right. Let's get this thing back started. Now, were they able to hear that? Were you able to hear that, Andre?
Yes, sir. Let's go.
All right,
Let's go.
As y'all can see, I'm totally different from what you would see as a normal coach. I'm not normal at all because of my circumstances that I overcome. Like I said in the video, I said I overcame homelessness. I did that. Through God, I overcame being put in a psych ward in the military, told I was crazy at 18 years old, and they left me there. I overcame, God helped me overcome that. I've overcome many, many obstacles because of the power that is within me. And so what I want to do is take time out to show you how to do that. Now, we want to go through the accolades of what I'm certified in. I'm a certified in advanced insights through Inner Matrix, attributes, and values. And I got certified through Inner Matrix. So I took all three. I also been a part of their team in extreme execution, got certified through Dr. Eric Thomas. I've also been in ministry for a long, long, long time. And I got certified through that. And anybody who ever raised in church know what I mean when I say you got certified through that. So listen, I want to take y'all through some 4 steps, but the most important thing I'm certified in is life. Today, I celebrate 45 years of life. Today is my birthday. So I'm telling you, the fact that I'm at 45 right now, going through what I went through, I know something about experiencing in life, and experience is your best teacher. It's your only teacher that you can lean on. Like when I got low, I had to realize that I can't do this by myself. I had to trust in God for everything that I have, and that's what I have done. So I'm gonna run you through my 4 pillars that I believe you need to walk in the power that's within inside of you. First one is, first thing you gotta do is get up. You gotta get up. You gotta go eliminate the unnecessary pressure. Can't keep making excuses about what you don't have, what you didn't have, who did this, who did that. You got to stop that. You got to stop that. No more excuses. You are great. God intended for you to be great. Well, you know what? When you came to this earth, you was fully loaded. Before you was formed in your mom's womb, everything you need to be successful and walk in power, it's already inside you. You need to tap into it. Then you also need to find the reason why. My why is this: I'm gonna leave a legacy for my kids, a legacy of building people. My whole mission in life is to empower women through educating men to build a better community. That's my whole mission. And I'll make sure my kids follow that same mission. So the first thing you do, get up, go eliminate the unnecessary pressure. And most pressures that are unnecessary is all the excuses of why I can't do something, or why I should have did this, or this happened to me, or that happened to me. Hey, life happens to everybody. Everybody get the same 24. The same people that are successful that you're looking at, is no reason why you shouldn't be successful. You have a very unique, authentic story that people need to hear. And the only difference to separate you and them, they got a great marketing team. That's it. The next thing, step, silence the enemy's purpose. It's a little thing that I like to do, that I started. I mean, I know people tell you to listen to these motivational videos or affirmations and all that stuff. That's all well and dandy. But I'm gonna tell you the most powerful thing you can do is listen to your own voice. Well, this is what I did. I got my phone. I recorded myself telling myself that I'm great and a whole lot of things that God already told me. I recorded myself saying I'm the head and not the tail. I'm above and not beneath. I'm a lender, not a borrower. I'm blessed when I come. I'm blessed when I go. I recorded myself telling me whatever you put your hands to, you success. Wherever your soles of your feet tread, you possess. I recorded myself saying that to me, and I played it back to myself in the morning when I woke up and at night when I went to sleep. And the confidence started building up because there's something about your subconscious that is powerful that we don't even realize how powerful it is. Sometimes what we don't understand is what you listen to on a repeat is what your subconscious is receiving. It has no filter. So it's going to receive it and it ain't going to filter it out. So sometimes when you're just not really thinking, you're not in your conscious, and all of a sudden you feel like you're a failure, it's because you done heard something tell you that you was a failure. And your subconscious is bringing it back to you. Say, hey, you're not thinking about nothing. Let me remind you that you're a failure. However, if you flip that thing and you start listening to things on a repeat that's positive, that's building you up, your subconscious will start reminding you when you're not even thinking, you know how great you are? You know how powerful you are? You know how God has intended for you to be? You know who you made to be? So we got to keep that in mind. This is how you silence the enemy's purpose, because anything negative, anything that exalts itself against the knowledge of God, it ain't true. And you meant to be great. Like I said, from the birth, God sent you fully loaded before you were formed in your mama's womb. The next thing is this: bleed. You have to believe love empowers every drive. Now, see, this right here is going to be a little sticky subject. Let me tell you something. In life, things are going to happen to you that you didn't cause. People are going to do things to you that were unjust. I went through some traumatic experiences growing up. But you know what I had to do for me? I had to forgive, had to let it go. I had to release that from my life. Because in order for me to be truly effective and to build like I want to build people and to reach like I want to reach, I can't hold on to no grudges. I can't hold on to no malice. I can't hold on to resentment. I can't hold on to bitterness, because I can't effectively reach people like God truly want me to reach them if I'm holding on to any of those things. You see, because one thing about it is my vertical has a kink in it and I can't hear how God telling me to speak, then I'm never going to be able to reach the horizontal. And so I'm telling you, when you believe love empowers every drive, you got to let some things go. You got to forgive. So even now, if you're dealing with something, hey, I'm sorry, it's a touchy subject, it's hard, but listen, let it go. It's a reason why you showed up. For me to tell you, hey, listen, let that go. Forgive that person. And I know how you feel. You feel like they ain't get the justice for what they did. Trust me, I just went through something where my son got jumped by 3 guys on the basketball court. And I'm trained tactically to go and make sure they don't never touch nobody, them or their family. But God told me and said I had to respond instead of react. I had to respond in love. I had to respond in prayer. I had to say, Lord, forgive them, for they know not what they have done. I had to pray for mercy and grace for them. So don't think I'm telling you something that I don't walk out myself personally. Because trust me and believe, had it been the old king, this would be a different story. I wouldn't be here. You'd be reading about me on 12 o'clock news. I promise you would have. But God has shown me different how to let stuff go, because the most important thing for you to do is to love. And how you love is to understand that everything that people do to you is not for you to just hold on to, but it's for you to forgive, let go, and then teach somebody else how to forgive and let go. So you got to learn how to respond instead of react. And forgiveness, understand this, that's the most powerful thing you can do for you. Last thing, and then I'm out your way, push resilience every single situation, spiritually, personally, family, fitness, finances. Push resilience every single situation. You don't want to just give up. Life, we all know, is hard. It's hard. Life is hard. We know this. We know that life throws us curveballs. Life make us feel like we can't do nothing no more. Make us want to give up and just quit. I've been there, still there. But every day I get up and I push resilience every single situation. I refuse to give up. And I'm telling you, it's inside of you not to give up. But you got to tap into it, though. You got to understand that no matter what is said to you, no matter what happens to you, no matter what happens in life, that you can keep going and you can walk in the power that is within you, that God gave you. See, I kept this kind of light because Dre know I used to go hard, but I wanted to make sure y'all understood what I said, and I said it in the nicest way, in the calmest way I could. But when it's something about when we start talking about how powerful God is in me, it's just something that shifts in me. It's just the passion, though. It's the passion that I know that no matter what you face in life, you can overcome it because of that power that's within. You have the same power within you if you choose to accept it, that raised Jesus Christ from the dead. Now, listen, you may not rock with God like I rock with God, but that's how I rock with God. I tell people all the time, if it ain't God, it ain't me. That's just how I live, because I seen him bring me through too much stuff, too many things. Listen to me. Hear me and hear me well. I'm 45. I was supposed to be dead at 21. I was supposed to die again at 27. I supposed to die again at 32. But I'm 45 and I'm still in front of you. So I'm telling you, I know about the power within and how to walk in that power. And you have to make a choice, a conscious choice, that you're going to do it. And it's easy. It's real easy. Submit to God's will for your life and walk in it. Hey, it's there for you to take. Now, I'm going to save my rest of it for the questions and Q&A. But Dre, that's all I got for the people.
Did you say that's all you got? Man, that was more than enough. Outstanding. See, King, power. Just the subtleness of what he said about overcoming and changing your mind, the power that was used. Look at the power of that video and the power of the words that he spoke. See, the great architect didn't build a stairway to nowhere, right? He gave you the power. to have that success. He gave you the power to overcome. He gave you the power to unlock your subconscious mind and go into anything. King, man, that's powerful. Put in the chat one thing that you got from what King was talking about with power. Put that in there because it's important, right? And he came here on his birthday. You know, I'm supposed to be taking him out to lunch. He came in to join me all the way in Texas for his birthday because of that power that's there. Power that's there. Outstanding. Well, we're going to keep this going, you know, as people put their different stuff in the chat. We're going to go to the last portion of this, which is the mindset. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys real quick. And we're going to go ahead and hop into this mindset piece. All right. So mindset is the third part of the MAP Mindset Accelerator program. It's a combination of your voice, your power, and unlocking what's going on in your mind, right? So if we open up ourselves to the possibility that questions might be just as important as answers, then we can also embrace the concept of declaring ourselves beginners. So for me, I begin with 4 additional principles to what King uses in his power. Discipline, consistency, applied knowledge, skill, and will. Okay? Briefly, discipline. Discipline is what we do in our daily routines. It's the little things, right? And it's the little things that you think are insignificant that control the thought process that's going on in your mind. It's those small things, right? Things like affirmations, saying what you need to say to yourself every day to believe that you are who you say you are. Or things like brushing your teeth. It's not something that we think about, but we brush our teeth because we want to have great breath. We want to have a great smile. But go some time without brushing your teeth or taking care of your teeth. You're going to be in the dentist a lot more than you want to be. Right? So we do it to be preventative. We do it to aid ourselves. We do it to take ourselves to the next level, to have that discipline. And when you have the discipline in the small things, so you get blessed with the bigger things. Right? So here's your first discipline activity. I told you we're going to jump right into it. We're going to get to work today. Get your pen and paper together. Goal setting. On a sheet of paper, Google Docs, tablet, notepad, sticky note. You can use sticky notes. See, I write mine on sticky notes. It doesn't even matter what you write this down on, but you need to know what to do. Text it to yourself if you have to. I want you to narrow down 3 of your most important goals. I want you to take out your calendar. And I want you to write that goal in your calendar. Of those 3 most important, pick the one that you want to accomplish in the next 90 days. The one. And it might take you a little time to figure this out, but I know everybody, and if you're not a goal setter, we're going to be a goal setter today, all right? Pick 3 goals, your top 3. Of those 3, categorize those 3 to be one. You're going to take out your calendar. You're going to write this goal down in your calendar for you to read 30 minutes after you wake up. You know, wake up, do your regular routine. You know, if you use the restroom, if you get up and pray, you know, you're not going to necessarily check your phone. You're going to set the alarm off, not checking your email or any of that other things. You're going to put this goal in 30 minutes after you wake up. Now, some of you will do this activity and some of you won't. Whether you do or you don't, it will help you define your true level of discipline. You got to look at that goal a minimum of 3 times a day for the next 30 days. And I challenge anybody to do that for the next 30 days and then inbox me or send me a message via LinkedIn and seeing how that simple little change of looking at my goal 3 times a day regularly actually put me 5%, 10%, 20%, 100% closer to my goal. And every time you accomplish something additional in your goal, in your calendar, you're going to put in the notes section, because just about all calendars have a notes section, what you did that day, that time, that moment to move you much further towards your goal. You want to be disciplined, you want to achieve your goals, I'm giving you some free nuggets right now. And every time you have something that you've done towards that goal, write it down next to the goal. This is going to tap into your subconscious and make it routine. It's going to be routine like brushing your teeth or breathing, right? Anybody knows anything about meditation and breathing, we don't consciously think about breathing. We do it because it's a natural function. But when you take the time to take 25 to 30 deep breaths in and out, you can actually feel the CO2 filling up your lungs. You can feel the tingling in your body where you're actually getting oxygen for the fulfillment and excitement, acceleration of your mind. Like I said, some of you will do it and some of you won't. But that's going to show you what kind of discipline that you have. I told you didn't come here by coincidence. So my number 2, like I told you, consistency. Now, most people know what consistency is. Doing the same thing over and over and over again and getting the same result. Here's another definition. I like to use it because I'm a chef in the culinary world. And we like to, describe consistency when it comes to a substance, typically a liquid that holds together thickness or viscosity. So I'm going to ask you, what's your viscosity? How thick is your skin? How strong are you, right? What holds you together? They say that doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result, is insanity. Key phrase is different result. But see, consistency over and over again, you should expect the same result. So find the areas in your life you can be more consistent. Identify those areas of inconsistency. Here's task number 2. I told you we're going to work today. I know most coaches are going to come in here, teach you all this. Let's go to the next program. Oh, we're going to work today. Pick a time, a day, 15 to 30 minutes after you wake up. And I want you to type this in your calendar right now, because this one needs to go into your calendar. Very simple. I am the best, and then put whatever you're the best at. The best housewife, the best corner store owner, you're the best salesman in your squad, you're the best father, you're the best executive. I mean, we got people here from the Bahamas on this call. You're the best beach catamaran person. I want you to write that in there, and I want you to put that 3 times a day right next to where your goal is, because you're going to read these simultaneously. See, I'm going to tell you how to change your mind to maximize your profit and maximize building relationships. You will see that consistency grow. You will see that discipline increase. Do this for the next 30 days. I am the best at this. I am the best chef. I'm a 4-time champion chef. I tell myself every day that I'm the best. And even if no one else believes it, I believe it. And see, that's where the success lies. See, I've learned a long time ago that success was not defined by how many commas and zeros you have in your account. It's defined by any person that is making a worthy progression towards a worthy ideal. Notice that success had nothing to do with commas and zeros. It had everything to do with what you want to do and how you do it. My 3rd principle, applied knowledge. They say knowledge is power, and I tell people, think about it. It's only power when you use it. Applied knowledge is the power. See, King had to go through some things to have that applied knowledge. Kelly had to go through some things to have that applied knowledge. You had to go through some things to have that applied knowledge. Many of us have learned lots of things over our years on this earth, and you never got to use it. I was in college. I could do trigonometry, calculus, and do math on almost any level. But I was in the hospitality industry. The only math I really needed to know was accounting math. So, am I smarter or have more knowledge because I know that? No. It's not until I apply it. It gives you the power. They say that man no longer thinks that we only use 10% of our full potential. See, this MAP program is going to unlock that 1% of creativity that you need to go to the next level, to get to that 6 figures in 90 days, to add the additional comma or zeros to what it is that you do. See, the key to success and failure is that we become what we think about. And then the 4th principle, skill and will. You know, I grew up in Louisville, Kentucky. That's my hometown. Muhammad Ali is has always been one of my favorites because he was from my hometown. And of course, he's arguably been considered the GOAT among athletes and people because his mindset wasn't just about who I can knock out in the ring, it's who I can knock out outside of the ring. So I had to get some respect. But he says that you don't only have to be skillful, you got to have the will to apply it. He said the exercise doesn't begin until it starts hurting. And see, many of you have not been hurting. You've been counting what comes easy as part of your success. See, the success doesn't come until you start hurting. You do 50 sit-ups and they all feel incredible. At 51 start hurting, that's when you start counting, right? Do you want to excel at your particular job? Do you want to go places in your company and move up? Add another zero. Add another better relationship. Be able to take Fridays off and go to the golf course. Or whatever it is you do for your hobby. Do you want to get rich, right? All you got to do is plant that seed in your mind. Care for it. Work steadily towards your goal, and it will become a reality. Think about your goal in a relaxed, positive way. Picture yourself in your mind's eye as having already achieved this goal. See yourself doing the things you will be doing when you have reached your goal. See, that takes skill and will. To picture yourself already there. To envision that you've already achieved the goal. And see, most people don't do that. They don't have forward thinking. They have right now thinking. This is what's right in my face. And I understand that's the reality of it. We live for today, not tomorrow or yesterday. We live for today. They say today is yesterday's tomorrow's you're worried about, because it's here. We're the subtotal of our thoughts. Now, how do you develop this skill and this will? 5 key things. By understanding we literally become what we think about. As you sow, so shall you reap. And no matter what you believe in your religious aspect, whether you don't believe in a higher power or you do, whatever you sow, you shall reap. You plant good seeds, you get a good return. You plant poisonous seeds, you're going to get a lot of poison return. The mind works the same way. It doesn't care what you plant in it. It's going to give you back what you put in it. 2, realize your limitations are solely under your control and the possibilities are beyond belief. See, you limit yourself, not the people around you. Stop blaming others. See, in this afterlife, it's only going to be you. And you got to go before your maker, your great architect. So stop limiting yourself because of people around you. Number 3, have the courage to think positively about your own problem. Set your mind on your goal and allow your mind to find all possible angles and solutions for your success. See, often we don't take the time to find the solutions to our problems. We talk about the problem. Oh my God, it's this. Oh my God, it's that. I can't believe that this happened. My car has a knock in it. I've got a flat tire. That's obvious when it comes to the problem. But did you think about the 10 to 20, 30, 40, 50 things that are the solutions? You got a flat tire? I mean, you can get a jack, you can change it yourself. You can get a neighbor to change it. You can get somebody else to change it. You could buy AAA, have the tow truck come out and change it. But we don't have to keep talking about how this is flat. We need to talk about how to fix it. Number 4, learn to be disciplined enough to save 10% of every dollar you earn. Now, I know you hear a lot of different financial people. I'm not going to get too deep into financial, but saving 10% of every dollar takes discipline. That's why I tell people to do it. It takes discipline. This takes all 4 of the previous principles and accomplish it as a defined task. I challenge anybody to do it. 10% of every dollar. I mean every dollar you make. And you'll see how it'll change your mindset and how you think about money and your relationship to money. And number 5, no matter your present job, no matter your present circumstance, no matter your present business, you can have the success you want if you're willing to pay the price. Doesn't matter. Understand you literally become what you think about. So here's some mindset action steps. Understanding we literally become what we think about. As you sow, shall you reap. Everything that I just told you, I put it up here because most of the time I get people, can you repeat that? Can you say that again? And since we're on mute, I decided to go ahead and put it in the slide. So these are the action steps for you going forward. Understand we literally become what we think about. So as we sow, so shall we reap. Realize your limitations are solely under your control. The possibilities are beyond belief. Having the courage to think positively about your own problem and set your mind on your goal and allow your mind to find all possible angles and solutions. And no matter your present job, circumstance, or business, be willing to pay the price for your success. It's not hard. They didn't say success was easy. We make it hard because of the way we think. And see, here with MAP, we want to access that 1% to unlock your true purpose, your true being, and your true success. My chef continued. He said, I put everything in the slide so you can have that information written down. Given for free. People pay us thousands to do this. But I learned that the more people I impact by offering free, the more people want to pay for it. And no matter what business you're doing, no matter what job that you're doing, no matter what current lifestyle that you have, you define your success and you can take it to the next level. And us, with our MAP program, can do just that. So set yourself a definite goal. Now, these are some of the things that you need to really do in your mind. Okay? Quit running yourself into the ground. You don't have to be everywhere all the time and everything. You don't have to be all things to all people. You cannot help someone if you're sick. You cannot help someone if you're unhappy. You cannot help someone if you don't work on you. Quit running yourself in the ground for these people that are out there that may not care as much about you as you care about them. Stop running yourself into the ground for these jobs that don't give you what you need. Stop running yourself into the ground for a business that you know has been failing and you haven't changed you. See, the problem's not the business. The problem's not the job. The problems are not the other people. The problem is you. And your solution is to stop running yourself to the ground. Stop thinking about all the reasons you can't have success and think about the reasons why you can. Ooh, that's a tough one. Every time I coach somebody, I tell them that, and they're just like, yo, I don't really appreciate that. I said, because you're always thinking about the reasons why you can't do it. I'm too tall, I'm too short, I don't have enough money, I don't have a car, I have too many kids, my spouse is this, and my mother was that, and I grew up this kind of way, and I was taught this kind of way. None of that matters. Let that go. You don't want to be 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 years old still talking about things that happened to you 30 years ago, and that's the way you are now. We're supposed to change. We're supposed to grow. But you still 50, 60, 70, 80 years old. Some of y'all 20, 30 years old complaining about what happened in your childhood. I understand. Get over it. Because those things that happened to you in your childhood, whether absentee father, absentee mother, all the bad things that could happen to you, it frames who you are now. See, the only person that can change that is you. So stop thinking about the reasons why you can't be successful because of your past. Start thinking about why you can. Trace your attitudes back to your childhood and discover when you first got this idea you couldn't be successful. Then you're going to put it in the trash compactor, you're going to flip the switch, and you're going to let it all eat up. We're going to pour bleach down the drain. We're going to get rid of those bad thought processes in the mind that's holding you back from your success. Change the description of how you see yourself by writing it down, the person you want to be. Who's ever done that? I've done that several times. Write down. See, words are power. Your voice is power. Write down who you want to be. Not who you admire or who you follow or who you'd like to be like. Write down who you want to be. I challenge anybody. These are 30 days. Everybody on here has my LinkedIn. shoot me a message in the LinkedIn and just let me know. Hey, Andre, you know what? I did this for 30 days. I do see a significant change. You want to increase your discipline? I'm telling you. Lastly, act the part of the person that you've decided to become. When you write down who you want to be, I want to be the best. I want to be successful. I want to impact. I have a goal to impact 1 billion people before I leave this earth. That is my goal. And everybody tells me it's lofty. I said, why? I said, see, God gave us this thing called social media and the internet. It's not impossible. There's only, 400 million people here in the United States. I said, man, I got Canada and Mexico. If I don't even leave this side of the world, I can hit a billion people before I die. You set that goal, you write down, and then you act. Again, act on who you've decided to become. Quick recap, because we're about to wrap this up. And I thank you all for staying. Oh man, those 10 people that dropped off, they're going to miss out on these nuggets. Your voice is critical to your growth. Telling people about your experiences gives you the opportunity to seek and fulfill your purpose. I'm gonna read that again. I don't think y'all caught that. So your voice is critical to your growth. Telling people about your experiences gives you the opportunity to seek and fulfill your purpose. Blessing others with your voice is gonna help your purpose. Your power gives you the courage to move by faith. It's the bridge that leads to success unknown. Let your power move you by your faith. See, faith without works is dead. Your power, put in that work, change your mind. And lastly, your mind is the control you have on achieving your goals. It creates what you think about. So you are what you think about. If you think you're fat, you're going to stay fat. If you think you're skinny, you're going to stay skinny. If you think you're not smart, you're going to stay unlearned. But when you start thinking of who you want to be, write down who you want to be, man, and start thinking about that, as they would say in Aladdin, it's a whole new world. So we're coming up to the end of this and the opportunity to ask the coaches, what have you discovered? You discovered how to have a healthy, powerful relationship with yourself that's sustainable. How to have an amazing relationship using your voice with your family and all the people around you. How to have a profitable relationship with your money using your mindset. Now, what we're going to do now is put your discovery in the chat. I'm going to click on the chat because we are recording this. I want some people to be able to see and know what's in here. It's been some great things that's been in the chat. Put in the chat what you've learned so far. Respond instead of react. God doesn't make anyone without purpose. It's facts. Press, push, resilience, energy, single situation. Don't matter what happens to you, you can overcome. Relentless. We all have the same flame of light in us. Oh, these are wonderful. King was on fire today. First goal, major health scare. Oh yeah, Donna, we're going to be talking, Donna. Don't worry. Excellent. Applied knowledge. Definitely need the replay. That's a good one to put in the chat. Amen. Can't give what you don't have. Vision board. Powerful. Relentless. Oh, we got another birthday in the house. Best birthday present. Knowledge is applied. Think of reasons why you can. Revelation without application is merely information. Beast. Let's go. Let's go. Understanding your purpose and your impact changes the way you use your voice. You guys have been incredible today. Thank you for spending this time with us. I won't hold you much longer, but I am going to open up the floor and give you an opportunity to ask a coach. Because the reason you watched this video and you stayed here for this training is that You wanted to know more. You wanted to go to another level. We want to do a deep dive and find out what your specific goal is and what you want to achieve. What's holding you back from achieving it? We have the frameworks, we have the methods, the resources, and the network to help anyone achieve your goal in less than 90 days. And I would love to see if we could help. So right now I'm opening this up for Ask the Coach. Probably taking maybe about 5 minutes. And if then, I'm going to give it about a minute runoff. If nobody says anything about a minute, we're going to continue on with this. So let me stop sharing my screen momentarily. Excellent. So let me see if I have any hands raised. Ron Nelson, what's going on, good man? Ask away. King, you ready?
You know I stay ready.
All right. Well, Ron, I saw you put your hand up. Go right ahead, sir. Ask the coaches. All right, so I see you talking, Ron, but I can't quite hear you. I don't think your mic is on. They said, we see you talking.
All right, better.
There we go. We can hear you. We see you fine. Just couldn't hear you. Go right ahead, Ron.
For any of the coaches, what made you climb out of your own personal uh, pit of insecurity? Like, what made you get up, or what made you want to step up? What made you want to do that climb?
Ooh. You know what, King? I'm going to let you take that one first because I know you got a good answer for that.
Okay, Ron, what happened for me, bro, I had to realize me being insecure will hinder people from fulfilling their purpose. I had to realize that it wasn't about me, but God sent me here for the purpose. And it took a minute, though, because I used to be, shy because I was raised in my family as the black sheep. So I was less than, I was the smallest in my family. I was the goofiest in my family. I wasn't an athlete per se until I got older, but then I'm actually glad I went through that because now when people see me now, I can relate to anybody from any aspect of life, whether it be low skill or high skill. I can relate to you any part because God has equipped me to go through life for people that has that insecurity and don't believe that they can do it. But I'm gonna tell you this right now:
Yes,
you
sir.
weren't sent here by accident. So if you
Yes, sir.
allow your insecurities to hinder you, you hindering somebody else from fulfilling their purpose on their life that God has sent them here for. So
Yes,
that's
sir.
what motivated me to do it.
Good stuff. And Ron, to answer your question also, I've always been very outgoing and I'm definitely an extrovert my entire life. But the areas that I was secure in, what I did is I challenged myself to do those areas because they say most of the time when you do the things you don't like to do, you get better at the things you are good at. And so that's what I did in probably my mid 20s or so. I started challenging myself to do things I didn't like to do. Because that's most of the time your insecurity is because you don't understand or you don't have the knowledge in that particular area to go forward, whether it be in a relationship, whether it be in business, whether it be your job. But keep in mind that your insecurity starts with you. And most of the time it comes from the unknown. Most of the time we're insecure about things is because we just don't know. It's not that we are insecure naturally. Some of us may not know how to love somebody. Some of us may not know how to start a business. Some of us may not know how to speak to people or speak into people's lives. But those are the areas that you want to step into. So for me, that's what I teach and what I taught myself to get over insecurity. I learned what it is I was insecure about and do it. And then once I did that, I wasn't insecure about it no more. Even if I don't never use it, I don't never have to use it again. That's an awesome question, Ron. Appreciate you.
Ron,
Fred?
before we pass that question, before we go, listen, Ron, something that Andre just said about the speaking part. This
Yes, sir.
is important right here.
Yes, sir.
I want you to hear this part. Understand that your story is just as important as anybody else's story that you see on TV, that you see that you see broadcast over the internet, your story, your authentic story can literally help save somebody's life. That's something that I had to realize. Though I went through it and it was painful, it was traumatic, it was all this, but God got me through it. So now when I tell people what I went through, they can't believe it, but it also is helping people. So, and I seen in the chat, get comfortable being uncomfortable. I had to do that. What Colin just said. I had to get Colleen. I'm sorry, Miss. I had to get comfortable being uncomfortable. When I hit homeless, rock bottom, bro, you don't get no more uncomfortable than that. I actually embraced it. I embraced the homelessness. You know why I embraced it, Ron? Because I said I'd never be back here again. And I embraced it and I ran with it and I used it. Even when I was homeless, I was telling people what I'm telling you right now. Even when I was going back to the shelter and I ain't have food that had no name, I was eating meat with no name, I still was telling people you can make it. You have power within inside you, because I realized something. It's not about me. It's about the purpose that God and the assignment God sent me down here for. Like they say, this saying they got now. I'm older. I'm 45. I knew my assignment. I know my assignment. I know
Yes,
it.
sir.
And that's the thing about it. You got to know your assignment. And I promise you, do not think for 1 minute what you went through is not valuable, because actually your story can help save people's lives. And I'm going to leave it at that.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Ron, appreciate the question. Outstanding. Outstanding.
Yeah,
Mr. Freeman, Frederick, I see you come on the screen.
Yeah, man, I appreciate all the gems, man. Coach, I appreciate you putting this together, man. And I from LinkedIn and seeing what you have going on, and your message was speaking to me, man. I jumped on. We out here for a reason, and I really, man, everybody that spoke so far, man, it's touching me. And what I wanted to ask is, how do y'all get comfortable? It's like y'all answered my question already with Ron's question, because I know I have a story and I can touch people, and I'm a great influencer. I used to do music, still do music, but I'm more of a leadership role in my organization. But I feel like they kind of holding me back as well. So I want to tap back into my community as well. Like, man, I can do this without them, but I dedicated so much time of my life with them. 13 years, I have 10 more years left, and I'm leveling up from the mud. Like, it's like I manifested, done seen it, done came, and now I'm teaching. I done went on like, okay, y'all missing out. I'm gonna go on and show, let my little light shine. Now, this is what he want us to do, is produce something and be fruitful. So I'm like, let me go on and take my talents to South Beach, but I have so much dedication there and longevity. I had got another job and making $109 an hour teaching as well. I'm like, this is nice. I get to teach other people machines, but I'm showing them how that culture, man, that's missing around here, that brotherhood that we really missing, and sisterhood that we're missing in the community too. And I'm like, man, all of this intertwined. My sister got killed in a drive-by on 12th and Chicon in Austin, Texas. I'm talking about it was the trenches then, but the community, that's in 82. The community was going through it then, what we going through now, these youngsters not taking care of each other. So it really just, we got to come together, the power in your voice. Like, the voices go fill up the gap. And that's what's going to be our bridge. You know, it's just the power, man, that King coming with, man. It's speaking to me. So I'm going to pick up all these Jews that y'all dropping and continue to share them. But I want the mentorship, man, and I'm going to continue to follow you guys and be involved, man, because I want to make impact. I got kids, 3 kids. My oldest just graduated from the University of Houston. Proud of him. My son, he 20, he skateboarding, he living life. And my 13-year-old, she finna be 14. That's a lovely spirit, man. So it's about what you producing out here, and we gotta come together, man, and do better. You feel me? But I appreciate you guys, man. It's all love.
Man, Frederick, that is awesome to hear. And my alma mater, University of Houston. So, you know, you got mad respect for me, baby. Tell your son, I'm going to see him at homecoming. Let's go. He going to be like, you know my father? Of course I do. Man, this is what we do. And this is how we network. You know what I mean? King, you got something? Go right ahead.
Yeah. Listen, Ron, I did not know my camera was not on, brother. Please forgive me, man, because I believe in having my camera off when I talk to the people, man. That's just a pet peeve of mine. I do apologize. But my brother Frederick, let me tell you something. You said some key things that I want to touch on. I want you to realize and understand this right here. One, I was in the ministry for 13 years, and I dedicated and I poured into it. And I know it was God ordained because I learned a lot of stuff from it. But when it was time for me to go, I had to go. Because one thing you got to understand, your purpose is your purpose. And the people that rock with you with your purpose, they're the people who are supposed to be in your life. The people who don't, they're not supposed to be in your life. You said something that was very powerful, and I want you to highlight this for you. You said you had 3 kids, correct? Let me tell you something. That's your legacy. That's what you're doing this for. So if something don't go with what you posed the purpose to do, understand these kids gonna go walk in your footsteps, not in the footsteps of the organization that you work for, not in the footsteps of the people that told you no. They're gonna walk in your footsteps. They're gonna watch you. So it's your assignment, your mandate to walk out your purpose and to use your voice, because your voice is powerful. I hear the passion when you talk. You have the same power within you that I have in me, Andre have in him, that Ron has in him. You have that same power within you. So you do not let nobody silence your voice. Put it this way. If they can't rock with your voice, oh, well, they ain't for you. I ain't for everybody. And I said ain't, because I ain't for everybody. I'm not. That I just ain't. People don't rock with me. And that's okay. That's okay. That's okay, though. That's okay. Understand, we ain't called to reach everybody.
80-20 relationship. I don't want to be with you. I don't want to be with you then, man. I want to be with you. I'm in the wind. I'm setting sail, man. I gotta keep shifting. I'm gonna be like water. I gotta elevate. I'm gonna rise. The obstacle, the way though. It made me see that you know what? I'm in a fire. I'm refining. I'm tighten up because guess what? You ain't finna stop me, man. You is not finna stop me. None. Cause my people need this, man. My people need. And it's wicked against the righteous, and y'all got y'all foot on their neck, man. We coming for you, man.
Listen. Don't think. Listen. Sometimes people think when stuff go away from them, they lose things. They thinking like, oh my God, I lost. Man, that's pruning, bro. That's pruning. That's cutting off dead things so you can grow further. See, God will prune us, man, when we need to be pruned. God will remove things away from our life that need to be removed from us so that we can go further. Because some people that's rocking with us right now ain't supposed to rock with us forever. They just for a season. They just to cultivate us into the next level. I got people that I used to rock with back in the day. They can't rock with me right now because they ain't ready to go where I'm going. And they not ordained to go where I'm going. Listen, you got to be careful that you take people to a height that they ain't able to fly in. Listen, let me let you know this, and I'm getting off the mic. Listen, you are an eagle, bro. You can't rock with chickens. They don't fly. You don't fit. So you been around a bunch of chickens, and you just now realize that you're an eagle. You supposed to soar. Guess what an eagle does? This is how high the eagle go. He go against opposition. Because the eagle use opposition to make him go higher. So this is what's happening for you. Opposition is coming, and you're being pushed higher and higher and higher because you're an eagle. Okay, Dre, I'm done, bro. All
right, yep. I see King bringing that power. You took everything I was gonna say, King. I promise I was gonna say the same thing. That's what I'm talking about. That's why we on that same page. King, your camera came off again. I didn't know if you wanted to hop back on. So, Frederick, appreciate you.
I want to disappear because I know what's happening. I'm shifting. I'm trying not to keep you on here longer than you want to be.
Frederick, appreciate you.
I did the same thing, though. I appreciate it, though, man. You here for a reason, man. I appreciate everything.
Outstanding. So we're gonna take one more question, and we're gonna end this time. Anybody else got anything else?
Jackie, just reach out to Andre. You say you have a friend who really needs a mentor like you. Just reach out to Andre. Andre got all my information.
Oh yeah, definitely. Matter of fact, I'm going to share my screen once again. I'm going to bring up the final part of this, since nobody else has any more questions, and I'm going to put a link inside the chat for you guys to click on and book one-on-ones, because I want to tell you more about this MAP program, and I want to be quite honest with you about it, but I want to give you an opportunity to schedule a time to actually get a coaching session, because we are all certified in Intermatrix and the DISC assessment. Okay, and the DISC assessment is something that gives you an opportunity to learn your superpower and how you communicate with each other, how you communicate with you, and help you to unlock your purpose. Now, anybody that's on this recording with us today in this video, I'm going to give you that disc for free when you set an appointment with me. Okay? This appointment doesn't cost you anything, but you're going to get this assessment for free. And I do have some people in here who have already had one-on-ones with me and received their disc. You know, you see Hugh already booked it, got his one-on-one, already got his disc results. Yeah, we got turnaround time this quick because we want in 90 days for you to achieve that goal. So everybody, and anybody that's on this call, click on that link, find a time, 30 minutes that's on my calendar. And once you do that, you'll get the disc assessment. I'm going to email it to you. You'll take the disc assessment, the disc survey, and we're going to analyze it. And I'm going to give you another free session on it. And then during that session, we're going to talk about what it cost. Because I tell people, I said, you know, if you're willing to invest in anything, invest in you. And we don't charge a fee. It's an investment into who you are. So if the MAP mindset gave you any kind of value, invest in it. You want better relationships? Invest in it. You want to live life on purpose? Invest in it. But you can book a call right now, because I'm in with the MAP Accelerator program, and this is to be the last thing, because now I've already put in there for you to be able to set the one-on-one. The assessment itself is like a $2,000 value. Anybody that's ever taken a disc, you can take it and read it, but if you don't understand it, the people that you pay for you to understand it almost has no value to it. But it's about $2,000. We have a 12-week group coaching program that gives you access to us through WhatsApp, email, etc. That's almost a $1,500 included in the program. One-on-one coaching sessions. My coaching sessions are insane as far as price is concerned. We got resources. We have an entire master class that you haven't even seen yet that talks about things about reducing, rejuvenating, and recommitting. The MAP program is easily $8 to $10,000 that you can pay for it. But when you set this one-on-one, we're going to talk about it for you. Because I'm not going to charge you $8,000. I'm not even going to charge you $5,000. I'm not even going to charge you $2,500. Your investment is going to be in you. That's what I'm going to charge you. That's why I'm giving away all these things free. Move so far past the money. It's more important about the relationship. It's more about the change. It's more about causing you to become successful for you. So click on the calendar. Send me a message in LinkedIn. If you can't find something on my calendar, because you're probably going to click on it and be like, why is there no spots? Because this program is extremely popular. This no joke, no cap. As they used to say, right? No cap. Hit me up on LinkedIn if for some reason you can't find a spot in the next, few days to hop on the calendar. Everybody got the link? Did anybody not get the link? And to the young lady that linked me about the food coaching, go to that same link. So, thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate you. I know this was not a coincidence for you being here, staying on this long. And thank you for the people that have invested time in themselves to do this. And we as a team want to help you achieve everything that you have, live on purpose. This has been the MAP session. I am Coach Andre Blassingame with Coach King Harrison and Coach Kelly Riley. We thank you for your time. We look forward to having one-on-ones with you and clicking on with you. And we look forward to not only unlocking your voice, giving you power, but we want to also change your mind to know that you can be successful. You guys have an incredible day. Be incredible today. And be sure to live life on purpose. I appreciate your time today. We will talk to you soon. Make sure you go book those one-on-ones. Have an outstanding day, my people.